Hey everybody, Carl here, and it's time for us to take a look at the brand new comic book releases for the week of Wednesday, April 28th, 2021. First up, over at DC, we've got Action Comics number 1030. And in case you missed it the first time, Marvel's giving you a second chance to check out Alien number 1. Here is its gorgeous second printing cover. Back over at DC, we've got Batman Black and White number 5. And then he's teaming up with Superman in Batman Superman number 17. Zenescope brings us the one-shot Belle versus the King of Serpents. Over at Marvel, we've got Beta Ray Bill number 2. And for something a bit more spy-oriented, we've got Black Widow number 6. We've got Berserker number 2 this week. Back over at Marvel, we've got Cable issue number 10. Next up from Dark Horse, and unfortunately we don't have an image for it, but Critters Rejoice, it's time for the third installment of Vox Machina Origins, issue number 2. So you can find out how Keyleth, Baxeldon, Vexalia, Grog Strongjaw, Pike Trickfoot, Scanlan Shorthalt, and Percival Frederickstein von Mussel Kowalski de Rollo III all met. Oh, and Trinket too, I suppose. Over at Image, we've got Crossover number 6. And then over at Marvel, we've got the second part of the Curse of the Man-Thing story, this one focusing on the Amazing Spider-Man. Over at Dynamite, we've got Deja Taurus Winter's End one-shot. And Image brings us the 8th issue of The Department of Truth. Next up, we've got another second chance. It's the second printing of Detective Comics 1034. Just in time for Detective Comics number 1035. Back over at Boom, we've got Dune House Atreides number 6. And back to Marvel, we've got Fantastic Four number 31. Keeping in space, but going back to Boom, we've got Firefly number 28. Over at Image, we've got a new original graphic novel from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, taking place in their Reckless continuity. It's Friend of the Devil. And Image is also giving you a second chance today. Actually, 2 of them, but we'll get to the other one later. First up, though, we've got the first issue of Geiger's second printing. Back to Zenescope, we've got another one-shot. It's Grim Universe Quarterly, this one presenting Steampunk. Over at DC, we've got Harley Quinn number 2. And before we get to the Marvels, we also have the second printing of Magic the Gathering number 1. Now, as you can see here, we've got the Marvels from, appropriately enough, Marvel, issue number 1. Sticking with Marvel, we've got the first issue of the new Clone Saga storyline. It's Miles Morales Spider-Man, issue number 25. And going a bit more goofy, we've got MODOK Head Games number 4. Checking in with our merry band of mutants, we've got New Mutants number 17. Heading back over to DC for another second chance, it's Nightwing number 78, second printing. Image brings us the 48th issue of Outcast. DC brings us Damian Wayne in a new solo series, it's Robin number 1. Sticking with DC, but bringing in a bit of a crossover, we've got Ruby and the Justice League, issue number 1. Back over at Marvel, we've got Savage Avengers number 20. Valiant brings us the first installment of a brand new Shadow Man series. Over at Image, we've got Spawn number 317. And then we have a special anniversary celebration for Empire Strikes Back that turns 40 this year. Heading back over to Image, we've got one last second printing for the day, or for the week rather. We've got Stray Dogs number 2. Back over to DC, we've got Teen Titans Academy number 2. And we're going to be wrapping things up over at Marvel. First up, we've got US Agent number 5. And finally, X-Men Legends number 3. And those are the books you can expect to find on the shelves this week. Remember to stay safe out there, everybody. Mask up. We want you to be well so you can keep coming on back, because we miss you if we can't see you every week. That's all for now, and we will see you in the next video.